Okay, good day, guys. Good day to you all, and welcome back. Welcome back to the Formula Sports channel. Thanks for being here. We're talking about Junior Flemmings in this particular video. Not the most pleasing video I've ever done, but it's still an important story surrounding an important reggae boy. So we have to get to it. See, knock up the like button, subscribe, and also share the video as well. Free and easy ways to support as always. Now, an article came out in a platform out of France. Seen? The platform is called the lesviolets.com, and it is a credible platform when it comes to information surrounding Toulouse FC, the club that Junior Flemmings is currently signed to, that big club over there in the French League One. Seen? And they did an article on Junior Flemmings, and let us get to it. Let us read it. Let us read it and see what they're saying. So the headline or the title of the article reads, Junior Flemmings played again in reserve against Balma. Now, for those of you who would have noticed, Junior Flemmings did not feature in Toulouse's opening League One game of the season. The recently promoted Toulouse, who would have come up from the second tier to the first tier last season. All right. Times are tough for the winter TFC rookie. Times are tough for the winter TFC rookie, as announced on our website. Junior Flemmings has been sent to reserve by Philippe Montagnier. I think is how you pronounce that. Forgive me if I've gotten the pronunciation wrong. This Wednesday evening, the Jamaican took part in a friendly match between TFCB team and Balma. 1-1 the game finished. Flemmings played the first period at left wing and appeared out of form. Interesting. As a reminder, Flemmings had the right to a staggered vacation since he played until the beginning of June with Jamaica. So his vacation was, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit longer, or a little bit, he would have came back after most players at Toulouse would have returned. Seen? Dennis Genroux, forgive me if I've gotten that pronunciation wrong as well, is in the same situation, but the Australian has indeed resumed with the professional group and has participated in the last two friendly matches against Montpellier and Clermont. Unlike Flemmings, the 26-year-old recruited this winter in the United States has only had 25 minutes of playing time since signing, and his immediate future at the club, especially with the arrival of Zachary Abouklal, is written in dotted lines. During the reserve match, two other professional players played, Tom Rapnew left side and Karel Seber. Alright, the rest of that is not really important as it pertains to Junior Flemmings. I want to read something else for you guys very quickly as well, because I think context matters. Seeing? Not trying to pretty up anything, but just giving you guys a full synopsis of what is taking place here. See, this is another article by the same platform some time ago, right? And you guys see the headline there. This part I think is very important. This part is very important. The arrival of Junior Flemmings is shrouded in mystery to this day. The 26-year-old Jamaican has just played 25 minutes in 3 League 2 games since signing on January 5th. At the start, Philippe Montagnier spoke of a physical condition that was too light. This is the coach being quoted. It's not a short-term reinforcement, but a medium to long-term one, confided the Toulouse coach a few days after his arrival was made public. So that is very interesting there. The Toulouse coach at the time of Flemmings signing stated that it is not Junior Flemmings was not a short-term arrival, but a medium to long-term one, which is kind of surprising given the fact that Flemming is 26 years old. Clearly, when a player is spoken about in that sort of a light, it means that development will be applied to the player for him to improve and get better, so that he can, because they clearly see upside in the player, right? He's 26 years old. How much upside can there possibly be? I mean, there will be upside for sure, right? He's not at the age yet where he will be going downhill, so there will be upside. But will there be that much upside, for them to have faith that Flemming can be an integral part of their setup going forward? Interesting stuff. Flemming was always gonna find it difficult to cut it in France for Toulouse, especially in Ligue 1. I mean, he has never played at a level anywhere close to Ligue 2, which is the second tier where Toulouse was when Flemmings first went to France. He has never played at a level close to the second tier in France, much less Ligue 1, which is the first tier in France, which is a top 5 league in Europe and top 5 league in the world. He has never played at a level close to especially Ligue 1, not even Ligue 2. So, in terms of his club career, so Flemming was always going to find it difficult to adapt. He has not played much since going there, and given how little he featured in Ligue 2 for Toulouse, it was always going to be difficult for him to play an integral role for Toulouse in the first tier. Flemming, I think the best thing for him is to ask for a loan. I think the best thing for Flemming to do is to ask for a loan and try and see if his agent can get a loan move to a second division club in France to try and, get acclimatized, so to speak, to French football, right? And do so getting meaningful minutes. I think that's the best thing for Junior Flemmings to do, because staying at Toulouse, right, they're going to be desperate to stay up, and Ligue 1 is no joke. And I mean, Flemming, I don't see Flemming getting a lot of minutes in Ligue 1. I'm sorry. I just don't see him doing it. One of the things I want to touch on is they spoke on, in the previous article that I read, they spoke that he was out of form, right? I mean, he showed that he was out of form in that reserve team game. Now, if you look to be out of form in a reserve team game, that means you're very much off the boil. I know Flemming was doing a lot of physical work in the summer, like strength and conditioning and that sort of a thing, right? Seemed to have been, working on his fitness and that sort of a thing, keeping in shape. But, he would have had a shorter pre-season than his teammates in France. Was he doing any technical work in France? If I was Flemming, I would have been working on the physical side of it, yes, but also doing technical work as well. Plus, the lateness in his arrival for pre-season, all of that would mean that Flemmings is behind. Way behind. One of the things I think Flemming needs to do as well, in addition to going to League 2 to get some minutes, I think he needs to hire a personal coach in terms of to build his technical or develop his technical ability, right? Hire a personal trainer to work on the weaknesses in his game from a technical standpoint and develop those so that he can stand a better chance of cutting it in Ligue 1, right? Many players do that. They hire, private individuals. Take some of your salary where you earn out at Toulouse, man, and reinvest in yourself. You have been given a massive shot, right? you make the jump from a USL club to a league-owned club in a matter of months, right? It's a massive, massive chance. You at least want to get some, even if you don't end up being a starter for Toulouse, at least try as best as possible to make this opportunity work for you. If it's at least even to get integrated into the first team and get a lot of minutes for this club. Seen? And I think Flemmings has the ability to do it. To be honest with you, I don't think he'll ever be a starter for Toulouse, but at the very least, I think he can become good enough to, add some value to the Toulouse setup, right? If it's even to be an impact sub, right? His performances against Catalonia, right? Catalonia had a lot of players that were starters for clubs in top 5 leagues in Europe. Yes, it was a one-off game, but his performance in that game, plus his performances against a credible Suriname outfit. Yes, the Surinamese, might not have had the legs, but from a technical standpoint, they were a pretty decent team. And those performances, personally, gives me hope that Junior Flemmings, with some hard work, with some dedication, and with some smart work as well, right? And doing the right things and making the right moves, Flemmings can eventually become good enough to add some amount of value to Toulouse, even in League One. See, I personally think the player has the capabilities to do it. So, Junior Flemmings having a tough time in Toulouse, France, but we certainly wish the player all the best. And, he looks like somebody that will, apply himself, and try as best as possible to make this Toulouse situation work for him. It was a big transfer for him personally, a massive jump to a level he has never played anywhere at before in terms of from a club standpoint. So, it was going to be a big leap for him, but I think he can make that leap to a certain extent. So guys, knock up the like button again, subscribe, and also share the video. Free and easy ways to support the channel. We wish Flemmings all the best. Take care, stay safe, and until next time.